friends! Today we're going to read another Cinderella story. It's called Adelita, a Mexican Cinderella story. And this story is written by Tommy DePaula and illustrated by Tommy DePaula as well. And he's one of my favorite authors and illustrators, so I'm really excited to share the story with you today. So we're going to read Adelita. Hace mucho tiempo, a long time ago, in a village in Mexico, there lived a merchant named Francisco and his beautiful young wife, Adela. One day, Adela said, "Francisco, estamos esperando un bebé. We are going to have a baby." "Adela," Francisco said, "me hace muy feliz saberlo. I'm so happy." Then he said, "We must send for Esperanza. She will come and take care of you until the baby is born, and then she will help us with the baby." Esperanza had been with the Mercado family since she was a young girl, and she had looked after Francisco when he was a baby. Esperanza came right away. She took good care of Adela, but after the birth of the baby, Adela was ill. She grew weaker, and shortly after, she held her little girl for the first and last time. Quietly, she died. Francisco was heartbroken. He named his baby daughter Adelita, little Adela, after her mother. Francisco was sad for his Adela, and he missed her greatly, but gradually, Adelita filled his heart with love. Time passed, and Adelita grew into a beautiful young woman. La casa mercado se llenó de alegría. The Mercado house was full of happiness. One evening, Francisco called Adelita and Esperanza to his study. "My dear Adelita, my good Esperanza, les tengo noticias. I have some good news for you. I've met a charming woman, and I've decided to marry again. Her name is Senora Michaela de la Fortuna. She is a widow and has 2 daughters close to your age, Adelita. I know you will like Doña Michaela and her daughters, Valentina and Dulce." Adelita was happy for her father. Esperanza wasn't so sure, especially after she met Doña Michaela and her daughters. "Que frias son. They're cold ones," Esperanza said. Life was happy but different. Adelita had to share her father's attention, but they still managed to have importantes momentos juntos, special moments together. Adelita didn't mind that Doña Michaela favored her daughters, even though Esperanza complained. "That's natural. It's natural," Adelita told her. Then suddenly her father died from an illness, and everything changed. Poor Adelita was an orphan. Doña Michaela had always been jealous of Adelita. Now she no longer had to hide it. She moved Adelita from her beautiful bedroom to a small room in the attic. No longer did Adelita have new dresses. She had to wear hand-me-downs. Worst of all, Valentina and Dulce were mean and hateful to her. Adelita began spending all her time in the kitchen with Esperanza. She helped her with the meals. She listened to stories about her father as a boy and her mother as a young bride. Because she knew that Esperanza loved her, Adelita's heart stayed as warm as the fire in the hearth. One day, Doña Michaela came to the kitchen and spoke to them. "I'm spending too much money in this household. From now on, you, Adelita, will work in the kitchen. You are here all the time anyway. And you, Esperanza, out. I want you to leave immediately." "Oh, Senora de la Fortuna, please, don't send me away," Esperanza pleaded. "I have been with this family since I was a girl. I will work for no money, just for a place to lay my head and a bowl of beans and a tortilla." "Oh, please, Mama," Adelita begged. "Esperanza can share my room and my food." "Out!" shouted Senora Michaela de la Fortuna to Esperanza. Then, in an icy voice, she spoke to Adelita. "And don't you dare call me Mama again. I am Doña Michaela to you." She turned and left, nose in the air. Amid tears and hugs, poor Esperanza said goodbye to Adelita and left her with her meager belongings. Adelita was in despair. The days ahead held nothing but loneliness and hard work. Adelita had to prepare all the meals, clean the rooms, and fetch and carry for Valentina and Dulce, who became more like maldad y vinagre, meanness and vinegar. Missy was practicing her Spanish as she's reading this book, as you're probably noticing. I'm stumbling over some of these words. "Mis hijas, my daughters," Doña Michaela said one morning as Adelita was serving breakfast. "El Señor and la Señora Gordillo have sent us an invitation to una fiesta en su hacienda, a party at their ranch, to celebrate the homecoming of their son, Javier." "Oh, Mama!" Valentina and Dulce twittered, and Doña Michaela said with a smile, "Se rumora." Rumor has it that he will be looking for a wife. The daughters nearly fainted. Secretly, each wanted to be the wife of Javier, and each would do anything to get him. Doña Michaela, Adelita asked as she poured the hot chocolate. May I go too? I knew Senor Javier when we were young. I would love to see him again. Are you serious? Doña Michaela asked. Look at you. So poorly dressed, such a dirty face. I would be too embarrassed to have you in our company. You will stay here. Y punto. That is final. Adelita went back to the kitchen. The next days were busy. Adelita did not have a minute for herself, washing, pressing, sewing ribbons on, taking lace off, at the mercy of every little capriccio, whim of the sisters, as each tried to outdo the other. So, when Doña Michaela, Valentina, and Dulce left for the fiesta, Adelita went to the kitchen and sat by the fire. Suddenly, disappointment swept over her, and she began to weep. She missed her father. She missed Esperanza. She missed being at the fiesta. Tap, tap, tap. She heard a soft knock at the door. Who is it? Adelita asked. Soy yo, only me. It was Esperanza. Oh, Esperanza, I've missed you so much, Adelita cried. Don't cry, mi pequeñita, my little one, Esperanza said. I am here. I had un sueño, a dream, that Doña Michaela would not let you go to the fiesta. So I have come to help. I have borrowed a cart to take you there. But I have nothing to wear, Adelita said. Come with me, Esperanza said. They went to the Cuarto de Teliche's storeroom. Over there, behind those boxes, is your mother's trunk. The key is behind the crucifix. Adelita unlocked the trunk. Inside, she found an old-fashioned, beautiful white dress. Under the dress was a magnificent rebozo shawl, embroidered with birds and flowers. Oh, mi mamacita, my little mother, Adelita whispered. Adelita washed and dressed. Esperanza braided her hair and wound ribbons and flowers into it. Oh, Esperanza, Adelita said, Doña Michaela will be furious when she sees me. Don't worry, she will never recognize you, Esperanza assured her. Now, vámonos, let's hurry. So we're going to stop here. We're going to find out what happens in the rest of the story tomorrow. So I hope as you were reading, you're kind of or as I was reading, you were kind of noticing the similarities and differences between this story and other versions of Cinderella stories. And we'll keep thinking about that when we read the rest of the book tomorrow. So I'm excited to share that with you. But until then, have a great rest of your day.